Hey guys, Corey here, the art archaeologist. So what I've got going on here is an old canvas that I did a long time ago, and I was real halfway about it and my heart wasn't in it, and so I walked away from it. But I am getting ready for an exhibit in August, and I decided to pull out. I have way more than just this one, too. I'm pulling out a bunch of unfinished works of art that I've started, and I'm going to finish a bunch of these for this show. So what I've got going on here is some magazine images that I'm going to attach to this canvas, and I also went ahead and did some crackle paste areas on this canvas as well. I got some images out of an archaeological magazine, and I got this image here. I'm pretty sure both of these, yes, they did, came from a Gothic architecture book that I got on eBay. So you can really look around. Goodwill, I've been doing this quite a bit lately, really hooked on the ripping and cutting images out, and you can find them Goodwill, online, you name it, you can find them. Books, magazines, nothing's off the table. I also took a bunch of samples and put a little bit of paint on them and let them sit overnight to make sure that the paint would stay, and I had no problems. I did add these geodes a very long time ago, and I was laying in bed last night thinking, I may go ahead and remove those. But then I woke up and I looked at it again, and these are very nicely embedded into this texture. So I'm going to leave them as part of this artwork. And then what I've done here, and I have videos on how to do this texturing, and I will link a video to the end. I'll make an end screen of how to do this texturing. It's very easy. I use Venetian Plaster. It's my go-to. A lot of people use modeling paste. Some people use drywall mud. I don't recommend drywall mud because when it dries it can crack and fall off. Venetian plaster is self-sealing. You do not have to primer it. There's all kinds of advantages to Venetian plaster. Now what else I've done is I've used just some plastic toys, dinosaurs, and a little centipede, and when the plaster was wet I went ahead and pushed it into the plaster to get this texture. I did a little bit of scratching into the texture with a sharp pin too as well, and then all of this other texture is I refer to it as chatter, and I show how to do this in the video at the end on the end screen. Okay, so I was really struggling with whether or not to show you guys these videos, but I decided I'm going to go ahead and work and talk. I decided to do it because just because this is halfway finished doesn't mean I shouldn't show you what I've got and kind of take you along from this point forward, because I do have tutorials on how to do the other stuff. There's lots of ways to texture your artwork, and I really do prefer Venetian plaster. It just has so many advantages to it. You can put it on a soft canvas, a bendable mylar surface, and you can bend Venetian plaster and it will stay attached. It will not crack and break off of your surface. You could do it, but it would take an awful lot to make that happen. So I'm just simply gluing these images down with some Mod Podge matte. It's my go-to. This is what I'm using right here. Okay, this piece here I believe is a burnt umber and a yellow ochre background. It's been so many years I really couldn't tell you. So the colors I'm going to use for this background, I'm sticking kind of dark here. I'm using this DecoArt Gray Storm, which is this really dark gray here. And then I've got a tiny bit of this graphite left, this Craft Smart. And then we've got some traditional burnt umber and some burnt sienna here. So my plan is to start real dark and get dark into all the cracks of this crackle paste, and then bring in light layers as we go. you.